Hi, everybody. This is day 1003. 1003 days since Richard vanished from the barracks there at Fort Bliss in El Paso, Texas, and then was murdered, brutally murdered, and cut asunder and dismembered and placed in different locations, his parts, and I guess a plan was devised how to cover this up. And I'll tell you a little bit about the timeline. Um, July 23rd. We're even hearing now, going through it, July 22nd, July 23rd, that he was last seen. And then on July 29th, partial remains were found at Red Rio Range. That is Donna Ana Range, part of Donna Ana Range. And it's a very interesting location, and I put up a map about that. And that was in 2020. So July 29th, 2020, they found his partial remains. Remember that the United States Army, the command there at Fort Bliss, never contacted family. Okay, they never contacted us. They didn't even go to the Red Cross. They didn't send any soldiers to our home, any police, anybody to let us know what was going on. Because you see, Vanessa Guillen was going on. The retaliation, or I wouldn't say the retaliation, I would say that the accountability for Vanessa Guillen and what happened with Vanessa Guillen, not so much what happened to Vanessa Guillen, but how the military handled her case. They were already, twisted. They were already twisted, and they were twisted with Vanessa Guillen, and they were held accountable to a certain degree, not completely, but to a certain degree. And that was such a punch in the gut for the U.S. Army at Fort Hood that, especially the CID, because the CID commander was relieved. So I believe that's true. I need to print that out and have it in front of me all the time to make sure that everyone knows that what this is all about was trying to save jobs, save commanders' jobs. And I've been saying for a long time now, 44 four-star generals and admirals are serving foreign and domestic enemies of this country instead of defending the Constitution, the land, and the people. You have to remember, when you say Constitution, that means the land and the people. And our rights, that we are human. They want to dehumanize us. They want to focus on some other ideology, some other task. They want to work for somebody else on our dime. So these foreign and domestic enemies, they get a good deal because they get an entire $1 trillion military with our volunteer sons and daughters to work for them on our dime. Okay? And it's big. And it flows over to other agencies like the DAs, like the AGs, like the attorney USAs. I mean, that's part of them, especially in El Paso in our case, and the lawyers, which are the attorneys USA, but other lawyers, and all the other agencies. It just flows over to everything. And So that's why people go, how could this happen? Exactly. That's what I asked. How could this happen? But it did. And they were trying to save jobs at very high levels, and they did it. They lockstep. They know how to lockstep hills, okay? They know how to click hills together. They know how to do it when it comes to serving their objectives and their ideology. But to defend the Constitution, it's one failed program after the other. There's not one successful program. They're all failed programs. So once you understand that, then you can and I'm hearing that many people are starting to understand it. And I'm going to play a little bit of a YouTube when that and kind of correct things in the YouTube in a very grateful way, because we're so grateful that veterans are starting to talk about this. Very grateful. So, partial remains of the body were found at Red Rio Range near Fort Bliss on July 29th. That's what our leaks are telling us. Do we have official confirmation with that? We have silence, and silence is consent, right? Is silence confirmation? It's interesting. The additional remains were found in that same area August 5th of 2020, and Army officials announced on August 7th that those remains belong to Richard Halliday. I want to tell you that there was an autopsy that was completed on August 7th, 2020, and it revealed that Halliday's death was indeed a homicide caused by multiple sharp force injuries. Now, those things are like, I mean, I would say, I'm very confident of everything I just read to you. Now, the rumors are that there was a gunshot to the head. The rumors are that it was a military weapon, that he was in uniform, and you know, so these are things that the investigators would definitely know that they could find out and make me shake all over. They make me shake all over. On September 26th, 2020, the CID and the FBI offered $25,000 reward for information leading to, they said, finding Richard Halliday. But I think it was, I don't know. I don't know what that was. I don't know. It's part of the cover up. On October 19th, 2020, Halliday's fragmented remains were found near kilometer 29 in the city of Juarez in Mexico. And October 20, and then there was also an autopsy, a Mexican autopsy done. Now, the medical examiner for El Paso County, for the El Paso Medical Examiner's Office,